Hey guys, it's SarahleeCrochet&Fabrics. I am here for another Christmas ornament. So I've decided to make this Christmas tree as my second ornament this month. So I haven't decorated it yet. I haven't decided what decoration I'll put on it. You can certainly leave it as is, but I'm pretty sure I will do some decoration on it. But this is what I'll be making. Now I will link the video below that I was inspired by. My directions is pretty close, but I did make some changes. So you'll be able to see what changes I made. So I'm just using this off-white speckle yarn. And yeah, so that's what we'll get started. You start with 16 chains, so let me do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then for the, you go ahead from the second stitch from the hook, you'll go ahead and do a single crochet. And then you'll do single crochet in every stitch, in every chain, which will make a total of 15 single crochets. So let me go ahead and do that. And I'm trying to stay in screen, guys. I don't have like a real camera set up. This is just my cell phone. So this is just how I'm doing it. And I will link the video, the lovely lady that I was inspired by. She has a really, really good video on it. So I will link it below. Please check her out. But yeah, I did make, like I said, a slight change to it. And I think it looks pretty good. So that's what I will be doing. And of course, videos are free on YouTube. So I was inspired by her video. So after you do the 15 single crochets, I'll go ahead and chain 1 and 2. All right, and I'm sorry, here we go, 1 second. Chain 1, and then you turn around and you do a single half double crochet in the first stitch, and then in the stitch after that you'll do a puff stitch. So that is yarn over, you go into the next stitch, you pull up, you kind of pull it all the way up, and then you do another yarn over, you go in for the second time, pull up, do another yarn over, go in for the third time, and you pull up, and then you go in, it'll come out as 2 loops on your hook, and then you finish that off and instantly do a chain 1. All right, and then after that, you will skip a stitch, and in the next one, you'll do the same thing, the same puff stitch, yarn over. That's the second one, yarn over. That's the third one, yarn over. You'll have 2 loops, and then you do a chain. Okay, and then we'll start for the next one. You skip a stitch again, and do another puff stitch. The third one, pull up, have 2 loops, pull up, have 1, chain 1. All right, so we will do this a few more times until we have a total of 7 puff stitches. Chain 1, 2. It's always weird when you're videotaping yourself crocheting, at least for me anyway. But yeah, I think I'm going to send, hopefully I can make enough ornaments this year, because I'm going to just send them with cards for everyone I know that celebrates Christmas. So alright, so this will be the last one if I did all my stuff correctly. Right, let me go ahead and do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. And then you just instantly go ahead and do a half double crochet into that last stitch. And then at this point, you should do a chain 2 to turn around. And after you do that, you turn around. You are now going to be decreasing the puff stitch so that it starts going into that Christmas triangle shape. So after we do the chain 2, we're instantly going into this space right here. Not the first space, we're going into the space where there's puff stitches on each side. And in there, we're automatically doing another puff stitch. Okay, it's 2 loops, 1 loop, chain 1. Okay, and then we'll do the same throughout the rest. Oh, my thread is getting tangled on the floor here. Let me undo that. There we go. Alright, so then we're doing the puff stitch here, puff stitch there. And then I will just finish this row. And then you're doing just the exact same thing. Decreasing. It'll decrease by a puff stitch every time you go up a row. This is a pretty simple pattern. I mean, obviously I'm trying to videotape, so it's taking long, but these worked up very, very fast. Okay, and so now at the end of each row, what you'll do, instead of doing a half double crochet like all the way at the end stitch, you're actually just going to do it right at the top of the puff stitch at the end. So you'll just go in there and do a half double crochet, and then chain up 2, turn around, and again between a puff stitch, that's what, between 2 puff stitches you'll do 1. So in this row we have 6, we have 5. You'll keep going all the way up to where you just have 1, and then I'll be right back with you. Hey guys, okay, so now I'm at the point where I have up to 2 of the puff stitches. So I'm turning around, so I created my chain 2, which represents the half double crochet. And so now we puff stitch only between 2 puff stitches, and we only have 2 left, so this is the last one. So let me go ahead and do that last puff stitch, 2 loops, and then we go ahead instantly and we'll half double crochet on top of this puff stitch here to complete this. Okay, so we have the general triangle there. In the previous video, you'll see it pretty much stops at this point, which is perfectly fine, and then you would just add your roots, I guess. But it wasn't keeping, I guess, straight enough for me, so I decided to do a single crochet all around it. So that's what I am going to do here. So I'm going ahead and chain 1. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, so yeah, so chain 1, and then I am just going to start single crocheting. So right on the tip, I just do the I do 2 single crochets on the very top, and then throughout the side, and this is where you kind of have to wing it because there's not a specific like place to place the single crochet. So usually what I try to do is between on the sides where we have either chain 2s or it was just a half double crochet, I go ahead and put 2 single crochets in there. So after I created the 2 on the tip of this the tree here, I'm just going to go ahead and move down here and go ahead and put 2 single crochets. And I kind of feel it, how it feels, because I don't want it to be really tight and bend the tree. So I'm doing it pretty loosely and trying to go from there. Okay. And, you know, there will be times, sometimes you'll put an extra single crochet between those spaces when it looks like everything's a little tight, but I'm just doing my single crochets really, really loose. So it looks like 2 is working in these, and I think that's kind of the trick, is to keep it really loose. And then down here, which was the very beginning of the project, so it was a chain 1 and then a half double, so you kind of don't have that space we've been working with. So I'm just squeezing in here 2 single crochets somehow. And then at the very tip here, I go ahead and do 2 at the corner, so that we'll be able to turn without it being too tight. Okay, so now I am on the bottom. And so this one's kind of easy because now you're just following the single crochets on the bottom and then just putting 1 in each. And I'm just working over the thread straggler here as well. And that's what we are doing, yeah. I thought my light on my phone wasn't on. I was like, oh my gosh. All right, so we are just going along here. Okay, so once I'm at the corner, I go ahead and just find a space at that corner, and then I put in 2 single crochets just to get that nice turn. And then now I am doing the 2 single crochets in each space, really, really loose. I think that's the trick here, to make sure you get it in there and it's not, you know, too tight, or it will make the the tree kind of buckle and not look so straight. And so that's what I was doing it in the first place. So that's why I'm kind of just keeping it really, really loose. And now we are almost done here. All right. So what I do is that I'll go up here to the top of where I did the 2 single stitches, or wherever the peak is. It's not that big of a deal. And then I'll do a single stitch and do a chain 1. Okay. So it looks pretty good to me. So I'm happy with the way of the single crochets and all of that. And then I'll just cut the straggler that I have worked in. So now we have the pretty much the tree itself done. And then now we are going to do the trunk of the tree. So I just kind of eyeball it. It looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, as if I know. I'll just go ahead and put it in where it best looks straight. It's not a big deal, but it looks to be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off. So, you know what? To be honest, this is what I do. I just kind of put my hook my crochet hook in the line there, and I see that stitch is nice enough. Very good. I do a chain 1, and then I look at my hook there, and that's about right. So that's right there. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see if that method works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, looks pretty good. So chain 1, turn around, and you would just single crochet in the next 6 stitches as you did, and then you'll just keep doing that to make your trunk, your tree trunk, as long or whatever as you want it. I think I did maybe 5 rows, something like that. No big deal. It's just a Christmas tree. It's going, so everything doesn't have to be super precise, but like I said, that's why I included the lovely video, because she gives you can do it exactly. Because it's an awesome video. I just posted because I did make that change to it, and to kind of give you guys that option if you want to do that as well. But yeah, she did a very good video. So looks good to me. Okay, so that is what I have. Let me go ahead and cut that off. So right now, of course, you can leave it exactly as is and be perfect. Weave in your ends, do all that good stuff. But what I'm going to do, and of course, depending on what yarn you're using, what hook you're using, the size can vary. I think this one I did in a 3, and then this one I did in a 3.5 crochet hook. So next I'm going to look at some decorations and see what I'm going to do. Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you how I finish off this off-white speckle Christmas tree. So usually I just go ahead and take that leftover yarn on the top after tying it off, and I'll leave about 3 inches or so on the top, and I just wrap it around the end a few times. Obviously you can do whatever works for you, and then usually I just tie a knot at the end after wrapping it and securing it, making sure it's nice and tight. And then I usually go ahead and get my darning needle
and I will go ahead and weave it in a few times. Sorry about this part. I had to do a voiceover because there was a lot of background noise. Someone was watching a movie downstairs in my house, and yeah. But yeah, I just go ahead and weave in those ends. Nothing major, just to kind of hide it. Go through it a couple of times, and then go ahead and cut that off. And for this particular Christmas tree, I really wanted to go with like a boho vibe. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to decorate the rest of it yet, but I wanted to start off with some beads at the bottom. And of course, this darting needle is way too big, so let me find another one that will fit the beads I had on hand, because I did not want to buy anything new, so I'm just using all items I have already around my house. So I was able to find a smaller darting needle. It's going to be a little hard to get in there, but we'll make it work. So once I finally get it in there, we'll be able to go ahead and add those beads at the ends. And let's see, let's hope the beads fit. So let's see. Oh, that one didn't. So let's try another one. And that one fit fine. So awesome. So we're just going to put the rest of these. This is a wood dark, like a mahogany color beads. And then I have like a clear iridescent. And then this last one is a wood gold bead. So that is plenty enough. And so I'm just going to tie this one off and call it done for now. If I decide to do any more decorating to this one, guys, usually it's a dry time for the glue, I will go ahead and post those pics. But I love it as is. But I'm doing something with this green one, so make sure you watch and wait for the end of this video.
Hey guys, this is Sarah again. So this is just the point where I am decorating the green Christmas tree. What I used is this yarn. I actually had it caked. I believe I got this from Hobby Lobby a while ago, so it's just like a sparkle Christmassy yarn. And I just did chains, and I just, you know, did as many as I thought was right, and then tried it out, laid it out, and I actually pushed it in with safety pins. And then when I saw that I liked it, I went ahead and cut it off and actually glued it on with fabric glue. This does take about 12 to 24 hours to dry, and then while you have it laid on there, I just pinned it in like pretty much the ends of it to keep it in place until it dried, and now it is. So now I decided to go ahead and glue pom-poms on it, but I didn't want to use the fabric glue even though I liked it, but I wanted this to be more instant, so I am going to hot glue the pom-poms on. So first I'm just going to lay it out the way I think I like it. Okay, let's do a white over here, and then what, maybe a red, and then maybe another pink, and then we can do an orange there. Oh, and then there we can put a green, and then I need one more. Oh, I had a blue. I didn't know I had blues. Perfect. Okay, so that is how I am going to lay this out, and let's see how it looks after I'm done. So I have my hot glue right here. Sorry, I'm working in a little tiny space, so I'm just going to put a dollop of hot glue. You know, Martha Stewart always said, when you are working with hot glue, you should always have a wet napkin. So let me try to do that. And I just usually just lay one right here just in case. So I am going to just start gluing away and try to not make a big old mess. So how's everyone doing today? Oh my gosh, guys, I went to Walmart this morning, and I was actually looking for printer ink. Couldn't find it anywhere, so I went to several Walmarts, even though they said online they had it. But this particular Walmart didn't have it either. However, they did have all of their, well, a bunch, I don't know if all of, but they had a bunch of Starbucks coffees on sale for $2. And yeah, I went to town on that. Let me put another glue stick here. And right there. And put the last one at the end. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with it. I will just let this sit for a while, and hopefully it all sticks fine. Usually hot glue sticks to everything, but yeah, so I did pretty good. I didn't get it everywhere, so, and I didn't have too much glitter to clean up. But let me know what you guys think. This would be the, let me try to not mess with it, you know, you want to pick it up quick, but this is the Christmas tree. So everyone have a wonderful day, be blessed, and I'll talk to you guys later.